Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Sunday? Sunday, the fun day, right? What's going on? Anything good? Anything different? Anything unusual? Were you abducted by the aliens this weekend? Well, if you weren't, then I'm sorry to say that you're not the lucky one. I don't want to start with that topic, to be honest with you, because I don't believe in alien abduction. There's just hoax. I'll touch on that a little bit more later during the podcast, but first and foremost, I wanted to thank everyone for their prayers, well wishes, support for my sister who has recovered or she's in a fully recovering mode. We brought her back to her apartment in Long Island City a few days ago, and she's recovering fast. So that's a good thing. She's much better now, man. She's much better. I just couldn't imagine what she was like a couple of weeks ago when I saw her for the first time when I came from San Francisco, and I went directly to the hospital, and I just couldn't. That night, I couldn't put together my thoughts. I couldn't when I saw her, and then the next day, actually, I spoke to her disease control doctor. I think the disease doctor is the one who actually is responsible for administering the medicine, for malaria. And I asked her, hey, listen. At that point, this was like day second, right? Day second after she was admitted. She was admitted on July 5th, and this is 7th. And I'm talking to her doctor at night at 7th. And she is fully unconscious, and that probe that goes into her brain to make sure that the brain does not swallow and all that, And I'm looking at her and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? What happened to her, What the fuck, dude? What just happened to my sister, She lives a very healthy life. And I mean, what the fuck, dude? But unfortunately, it happened. She went to Africa. I think I said that, and then she went to the rural parts of Africa, and that's where she got the mosquito bite. In any case, so I spoke to her doctor, and I said, "Listen, give me the worst case scenario. Give me the worst case scenario. Give me the cutthroat truth. And she said, well, first of all, the good news is that the medicine is working because the parasite content in her body is less than 1%. So it went down from 14% to less than 1% in one night. I remember a day and a half, and that was good news. So the medicine was working, and then and I'm like, listen, okay, that's fine, but so what's the next? What's next? She said that, well, first of all, if the medicine is working, we have to make sure that it's not affecting her brain. The parasite is not affecting her brain, not the medicine. The parasite is not affecting her brain, which means that the probe that they have into her skull and into her, it's touching her brain. That was like a pressure transducer, pressure transducer, because I worked with those pressure transducers in different, not in medical things, but basically it measures the pressure in the head, in the brain. Because if brain swallows, then pressure increases, But luckily, that was the case. So she was saying that we have to watch her for her brain activity, and then second, that all we need to do is to wait and for her to wake up. And I asked her, okay, so what's the worst case scenario? What's the fucking worst case scenario? Well, I didn't say, I didn't use the F word, but uh, so I asked her, listen, I'm her brother, okay? I'm her brother. She has been with me. I mean, not with me, but we have been living in New York City for over 12 years, and then we have looked out for each other, you know. Well, she has looked out for me more than I have actually, because she didn't need me more than I needed her. I mean, she saved me from the fucking graves, dude. If it wasn't for her, I would have been fucking dead by now, to be honest with you. In any case, so the doctor said that the worst case, you want to know the worst case scenario? I said, yeah, I want to know. She said, well, first of all, I asked her, okay, what's the chance that she will wake up? She said that, well, she doesn't know. That's what she told me. There's a 30% chance that she may not wake up. And I said, okay, so if she doesn't wake up, then what does that fucking mean? She said that if she doesn't wake up, she may die in coma. So that was the worst case scenario, dude. And when I heard, and then I looked at her with the probe going into her brain, dude, I just fucking, dude, I don't know. I thought I was a very strong man. To an extent I am. To an extent I am. But that just blew my mind. I said, if something happens to her, what the fuck am I going to do? What the fuck am I going to tell my dad? What the fuck am I going to tell my mom? You know? Because she's very close to the family. And we are very close, knitted family, you know? And then above all of that, what the fuck am I going to do myself? What if something happens to her? I think I was, I think I was just gonna walk away from everything, dude. I was just gonna fucking fly to some place in mountains in Colorado, and I would just fucking walk away from everything. And I would just fucking go up in mountains, just fucking, dude. But in any case, once again, thank you everybody for your prayers, your well wishes, and everything, your support, and everything. And the doctors at NYU Langam, that's a fucking great hospital, So she is recovering fully as we speak, as I speak. As a matter of fact, I was there yesterday. It was her birthday. I was there. My mom is there. My dad is there. Her husband was there, and then we just did like a little birthday party for her. And then I was there today. Actually, I was supposed to bring my mom and dad to my place because they wanted to see my place in Brooklyn, and I was supposed to cook some dinner for them. But it didn't happen. It wasn't convenient, So it wasn't practical. So I think next week, probably next Saturday or Sunday, they will be here. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about a lot of things, man. I want to talk about a lot of things, including obviously technology. Well, that's fucking obvious, right? Because I'm an engineer. So, just to get the things out of the way. By the way, you guys should give me your feedback and what do you think of this podcast? Because this is like an experiment for me, and I don't have a lot of good technology. I have this power amplifier, which is kind of like fucking making too much noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I think I need a little more better sound system. I think, like the input into the computer, and also I need a camera, I think. So technologically, I'm not that I'm not that far with what I have. It's like primitive. I talk about why these human beings are not building a ship. At the same time, I feel like I'm in a fucking cave, with this technology. But in any case, I'll improve. I'll get a better system. Probably I'll get it. I'll start doing this in a studio instead of at my apartment. because I think that's more convenient to do this podcast in the studio. You know, I'll pay whatever the fuck it is to it. Maybe what, $50, $40 an hour, whatever the fuck it is. What else is going on? I mean, you know, it's a Sunday, so I gotta take it easy. I don't know if you fucks are out there in fucking Bushwick, you know, rave parties, you know, party your ass off, whatever the fuck you do. But I'm just taking it easy, dude. I stopped going to bars. I used to go to bars a lot, especially with my friend Sean and all that. But I think I'm maturing up. I hope so. Am I maturing up? Did you guys tell me? Huh? Can you tell me I'm maturing up? Yeah, I think I am. Fucking do. What's the point of drinking? You know, sitting at a bar, unless you are there for I don't know, if you want to hook up with a girl or something like that. But even then, dude, that never works. Like, I have kissed girls at the bar. I have gotten their numbers and this and that. It doesn't work. You don't want to. But regardless, you know, you have to, and this is how it works. Whether at the bar or at, you know, some whatever arts show, whatever the fuck it is, you have to do. You know, you have to be out there if you want to hook up with some chick, whatever. Or if you're a lady and want to do the same, you know, you gotta do your thing. But nevertheless, I'm not here to provide dating advice. Yeah, no, I'm not an expert on that. But my girl, she's in China. She's beautiful. I like her, and I think she likes me too. She's on vacation in China. She'll be back soon. And I'm going to fucking Colorado. And this man, dude, I'm looking forward to that, dude. I'm really looking forward to going to the fucking mountains, dude. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna fucking love that, dude. I'm gonna go to Boulder. I'm gonna get an Airbnb. And I'm just gonna stay there for a week, dude. I'm just gonna fucking take it easy. Hike the mountains, dude. I love that shit, dude. I'm from mountains, and I love that shit, dude. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know how I ended up on this fucking show. Well, I guess, you know, because I went to school up in upstate, you know. I loved upstate, actually, too. Upstate was beautiful, man, except for fucking winters, dude. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there while it's fucking snow, and also, if you're in a college town, dude, you don't want to be there when it's fucking, like, nobody's there, you know. It's fucking, like, absolute silence. Nobody's there. Cornell University, to be exact. When I graduated my master's from Cornell, and then I had my first job in Westchester. I told you guys, I think, you know, I had my first interview. I fucking landed that job doing Syracuse. I had my first interview. I fucking landed that job, and my boss, my ex-boss actually, Lowell. He's a great guy, by the way. I mean, he has his own issues, but he's a great engineer, you know. And then he just said, "Listen, okay, here, this." He asked me a few questions, and then he said, "Oh, your English is fine, man. For you to come from someplace," I said, "Yeah, I've been watching all the fucking American Hollywood movies, you know." Oh, by the way, I watched all the Star Wars and all these movies lately again, you know. Well, I guess because I wanted to make my own movie. You know, I wanted to make my own fucking movie, dude. I actually wrote a script about a girl in this city. But I don't think that was good enough. You know, I don't think that was good enough for me to sell it to anybody. So I was in this protest to just not watch any movies until I would make my own, you know. But then that was broken. You know, that protest was broken by some psychedelics that I took, and that, you know, they actually opened up my mind, and they told me, I think somehow through the big communication, that, listen, dude, you are not a filmmaker. And if you can't make a movie, it doesn't mean that you should deprive yourself from watching all these great movies that were made. They have been made by great filmmakers, great producers, and all that. So I watched Star Wars and everything else. I mean, I had watched Star Trek before, the TV show, the fucking TV show. But Star Wars, I watched it again, and I fucking loved it, dude. I mean, obviously, who doesn't, right? Especially if you are into technology, engineering, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, speaking of movies, I don't want to jump from one topic to the other, but I guess I am. What the fuck, dude? I mean, it's a fucking Sunday night, and I'm just relaxing, and I'm just talking to you guys, So, yeah, what's up with the movies, by the way? I'm looking for. I mean, I haven't watched any of these movies that actually blockbuster fucking movies, like the Spider-Man and all that. I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm not into like too much heroic shit, because that's just fucking. I think overrated. That's what it. What was the other one? Wonder Woman. I guess that's for woman. Oh, the Mummy. The Mummy. I think I want to watch again because Tom Cruise doesn't do any of that shit that involves Egyptian gods and goddesses and all that crap, And I was amazed that he actually did that. He actually did that. He believed in it. I'm not trying to say that he actually believed in that, but I think for him to actually revive the mummy genre of movies, that was fucking surprising to me because he's a guy who doesn't believe in bullshit. He doesn't fucking believe in bullshit. And he's a great guy. He's a fucking great actor and producer and director. So I was surprised that he did that. So I had to find out what the whole fucking idea behind it, the mummy. And, I mean, I know the storyline. I mean, I kind of tried to watch it in the cinema, but I was too fucking sleepy and I left. But I want to watch it at home. Oh, by the way, I think I said this before. Watching movies at home, man, is so much fucking better. So if I were to like have my own place, I think I would want to have like a room that's dedicated for as a theater. That's what I want to do. I want to build a theater, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Because you are independent. You are not bound by the time and this and that. And, you can stop the movie and then you can come back and watch the movie. You have to go to the bathroom, etc., etc. So I think I know it's nice to like go to the cinema and be fucking romantic with the girl and what the fuck. What at the end of the day? At the end of the day, I think the best is to just watch movies at home, man. That's the best. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a few things, including polygamy. So apparently, was that in England or Australia? One of those fucking countries, liberal countries, where people are trying to make a case to legalize polygamy, which means that you can have multiple relationships, you can marry more than one person, and be happy, and the other two persons are happy too. And I was amazed by the idea that somebody would say, listen, three of us, we like each other, so we want to be with each other. So why do we have this law that prohibits it? I don't know. I don't know. That's something that I have to wrap my head around, because I don't know. I think I've always supported women who want to be with other women. I have done that. I have really done that on a practical level. And for the sake of correctness and for the sake of truth, I think I don't mind having two women. Well, who doesn't, right? You're a heterosexual man, and as long as the woman get along. But the question then becomes more than that when it comes to polygamy, and including affordability. Affordability, and then the logistics and practicality. When I say practicality, it means who's like three people living in one apartment or building or house. Who is providing what? What's the consent and all that? Unless the guy is rich or the woman, the lady is rich, and nobody cares about the money part. And also if you want to produce children, etc., etc. So so that's something that's these people in I think England. Is that in England or is that in Australia? One of those fucking countries. So let's see what happens. I mean, all you fucks out there who want to be with more than one woman, that may be good news for you. Or same for the ladies who want to be with more than one guy. But what do I want to do? I don't think I want to have more than one woman in my life. I mean, I don't mind having two. Sodoming. But I think there's a trouble. There's always a fucking trouble, dude. What else? Oh, yeah, okay. So on the technology side, I wanted to say that I go to space.com. Space.com is a website where they have a lot of news on space travel and space and spaceships and all that. Although we don't have a fucking spaceship anymore. I mean, not anymore, but anywhere, any fucking where, dude. Can you fucking believe this? Why don't we have a spaceship yet? Can you, I had to wrap my mind around this whole notion that we don't have a fucking spaceship. But we have warheads and fucking, dude. I just can't believe. I just can't believe that we are still monkeys fighting each other. I'm not saying that you should be fighting some other, another alien being, but I think this is astonishing to me that we haven't progressed in finding other planets. I'm not saying that we are abandoning this planet, but we are explorers. We are human beings and we are explorers. And that has not occurred yet. Until now, I think now that the private companies are taking this whole thing into their own hands, and that's what's going to happen. Speaking of which, oh, by the way, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the idea of these classes of civilizations. Excuse my language. So apparently there are Categorically speaking. Categorically. Is that my English? Is my English good, by the way? I mean, English is not my first language, so I had to, you have to bear with me, excuse me. So, apparently the astrophysicists have categorized, the civilizations based on the energy that's at disposal of a civilization. What does that fucking mean? That means that a civilization is actually categorized into three categories, three classes or categories, one or the other, same thing, same shit. And how are these classified? Apparently, this Russian astrophysicist back in the 1960s and 70s, Kardashev, Anatoly Kardashev, I guess was his name. Let me just look it up, because I don't want to give you guys misinformation. Oh no, not Anatoly, Nikolai Kardashev. So there's a thing called Kardashev classes of civilization. And the scale, oh yeah, it's a Kardashev scale, that's what it's called, Kardashev scale. And the Kardashev scale, what it tells you is that, listen, if there are any other civilizations out there other than the only known civilization, which is planet Earth, right? Planet Earth would have to be categorized into three basic categories. And what the fuck are those three categories, man? Okay, so the way they have categorized the civilizations is based on the energy available for disposal. The energy available for disposal are for the use of the civilization, the energy. For example, the electricity. We get electricity from, I don't know, upstate New York to New York City, and there's some other production as well. Hydel, mostly Hydel. But this is how they have actually categorized the civilizations, and this actually is the feature. Dr. Michikaku talks about that. If you listen to him, although he is one of my engineers told me he actually teaches at the City University of New York, and many of my engineers actually come from there. They were telling me that he's weird. Like one time, one of my engineers was telling me that his friend was in the classroom waiting for the class and the professor, and Michikaku comes in, and then he looks in the fucking camera himself, and he watches his own videos, trying to make sure that he is doing this properly and all that. So, well, whatever. But he's a fucking great astrophysicist. So the classes of civilizations. Civilization. You fucking asshole. But he was saying that. But he was not only he, but other astrophysicists, based on the Kardashev level or Kardashev. The Kardashev level, yeah, basically, Kardashev scale, yeah. There are three basic classes of civilizations. One is class 1. How do you define class 1? Class 1 is a civilization that has 10 to the power of 16 watts of energy at their disposal. So 10 to the power of 16 means a 1 and then 16 zeros. So 9, okay, so 1 and 9 zeros is a billion. 1 and 12 zeros is a trillion. 1 and 15 zeros is a gazillion. So 16 is beyond the gazillion. Gazillion, is that even a real unit? I don't know how to look it up. But in any case, so that's class 1. So the class 1 civilization has 10 to the power of 16 watts of energy at its disposal for use, which means that they will light up every home, every goddamn home on their planet, in their civilization, and they will, they'll power every industry, every office, every fucking home, and everything else in between, right? So that's class 1. Also, this is another definition for class 1. The class 1 civilization not only harnesses the energy. No, let me just track. Let me just track back. So class 1 civilization is a civilization which harnesses its energy. In order for the class 1 civilization to actually harness this much of energy, which is 10 to the power of 16, it will have to harness its energy from its parent star, its mother star, which is, in our case, the sun. So we'll have to have somehow technologies to somehow harness our energy directly from the sun. So somehow we'll have to have machines or solar panels that would harness the solar energy from our sun back into some batteries, like giant batteries, that will then lit up the whole planet Earth. So that's the idea. In addition to that, a class 1 civilization is capable of controlling basic elements, such as weather, volcanoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes. So that's how advanced we would be if we become a class 1 civilization. So the question now is, are we a class 1 civilization? The question becomes the answer for itself. Which is, no, we are not. We are not a class 1 civilization. I'm sorry, sir. You thought you were on a planet walking down your fucking, what the fuck you doing? You were, your fucking, suspenders and all the fucking that. Walking down the fucking aisle. You thought that you were on a fucking class 1 civilization planet. We are not. Apparently, we are at the lower level of class 0. Because we are nowhere near where our energy, where we have the energy at our disposal at 10 to the power of 16, which is understandable because we have a lot of countries and regions on this planet which do not even have electricity. Can you fucking believe it? They don't have electricity. Basic shit. Dude, basic fucking shit, dude. And which makes fucking totally sense to me. You know why? Because if we have the energy, we have the electricity, we have the whatever the other energy we need, then we can devise technology to control weather. Then we have a lot of energy, and then we can come up with technology to control weather and control volcanoes and all that, to make sure that nobody is killed, nobody is harmed, not even animals and all that, and plants and all. And that makes us the purveyors of our planet. We are not there yet. We are not the purveyors of our planet. We are just like our We're still the monkeys. We're still the monkeys, fighting each other, making weapons and bullshit. That's what we are. We're fucking bullshit. I wanted to digress from this topic. Why not? Why the fuck not? Right? So, yeah, so the astrophysicist said it that we are at the lower class zero. That may be the reason why the aliens will not be interested in us. I mean, look at what's happening now in the White House. I mean, dude, this is a fucking shit show. And it's a fucking shit show, dude. And this is gonna fucking repeat itself. Somebody said that. Who said that? Bill Burr? One of those fucking guys. Bill Maher, Bill Burr. No, I think Bill Burr said that. Because I listen to his podcast, he's a fucking great guy, dude. He's a fucking great guy. Although I don't agree with all of his emotions of whatever the fuck he's saying. I don't have to. And that's the beauty of, being whatever the fuck you want to be. I'm not a comedian. He's a comedian. So, but he speaks the truth on many levels. Look at fucking what the fuck happened with Obama. He was the fucking liberal, progressive, all that. But I think a lot of people were not happy later in the game. And I don't want to really discuss the fucking politics, but it's very hard not to discuss, Like, look at what happened in Chicago, dude. Like, Chicago is like a fucking shit show in terms of like fucking gang violence and all that, dude. And Chicago is where Obama comes from, He didn't really do anything for them, dude. I don't know, dude. Fuck that. I don't know. But then Trump, on the other hand, is just like total fucking apocalypse, fucking apocalypse, dude. And I don't care. I don't give a shit. I really do not give a fucking rat's ass about this whole fucking thing, about politics, dude. I don't. My business is picking up, and that's what I'm going to work on. That's what I'm focusing on. And that's it, dude. Fuck it, dude. My sister recovered, and that was my priority, and that's it. And my next priority is my business. I need to find a good office manager, by the way. I never had a good luck with office managers, man. I don't know. I have to look into that, see why I screwed up with my office manager. Or they screwed up, to be honest with you. I think the last one was I hired her because I gave her I did a favor for her. She is related to my mom, and her mom are related and all that. You don't want to do that, dude. You always want to keep the fucking business away from family, dude. Family business? No. Keep your fucking business away from the family business. And I think that was a mistake I made. That was a mistake I made, dude. What else? What else going on? Well, life goes on, regardless of what the fuck happens, dude. Life goes on, and the other, I think, I talked about the classes of civilization. That's a fucking mind-blowing topic, by the way. If you want to go into that, if you want to look it up, you can look it up, and you can look it up Dr. Michikaku, and he will give you more information. I actually watched his videos on YouTube where he talks about that. That's fucking mind-blowing, dude. The mind-blowing part is going to be when we would be contacted by the fucking aliens, finally. This idea of why are we alone I don't know. Why are we alone? I don't think we are alone. I don't think we are alone. I do not think we are alone. It's just a matter of time that we will develop the technology for us to actually come out of our solar system and, and join the intragalactic community. I think that's what they're looking for. That's what they're waiting for. Because, like, just imagine if aliens were to land a ship on this planet, it would be easy for us to be like part of them. Because then they will tell us what to do, you know. Because, you know, they came here as opposed to us going to their planet. Because we didn't have the means, because we've still been fighting and all that. What the fuck, you know, religion and all that fucking, whatever the fuck it is, dude. And so I think that's what they're waiting for. I think that's what they're waiting for, dude. Just like us coming out of the chaos, you know, we left the chaos, dude. We left the fucking chaos to explore and make our lives better through means of technology and innovation. And I think that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that I don't want to sound like a prophet, but this is my prophecy. My prophecy is that that when we are ready in terms of our technology, which is obviously a spaceship that can travel faster than these fucking horse buggies. That's what I call them, horse buggies, you know? And when I look at the fucking International Space Station, dude, what the fuck, dude? Is that what you are capable of doing? I'm not quoting Star Trek and Star Wars and all that fucking bullshit, but I'm really from the future. I'm really from the future. Dude, step out. Step the fuck out. Invest in space travel. Invest in space travel. Maybe somebody from the deep space you may meet who may actually resolve your problems on this planet, because you couldn't resolve these problems on this planet. Apparently you couldn't. So that's my idea of a spaceship. Why I want a spaceship? Because I want to travel. I want to fucking travel to find somebody who can solve our problems. Eventually, I want to do that, but not in near future, though. I don't have any problems in near future, by the way. I don't have any problems in near future, although I would say that I do want to do something from my homeland. My homeland is Hunza. It's called Hunza. H-U-N-Z-A. Hunza. And apparently, due to its being subdued by some southerner, or whatever the fuck it is, dude. It still has a lot of problems, including electricity. Electricity is the basic shit that everybody should have, and that's it. That's it, dude. We have to fucking harness electricity for my people. For my people. I don't want my people to be in darkness. That's like the basic, dude. That's like the fucking basic, dude. Eventually, that's what I want to do. I want to provide electricity for my people of Hunza. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? People of Hunza are so like, they're so laid back people, man. They're so fucking laid back people. Except for they're not really laid back. Because they have the Eastern European heritage. So their Eastern European heritage is coming back. I think that's going to be for a positive change. And I'm making that link too. How much time do I have, dude? How much time do I have? Okay, all right. So 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes. I want to tell a story about who I am, where I'm from. I don't think I actually said that before. If you track back the history back to 345 BC, which is before Christ came into this world, before Christ came into this world. 345 BC. 345 BC is 345 years before Christ was born. Nobody knows when Christ was born. Christ was born, by the way, because everything is history. But in any case, so I want to tell a story about my people from Hunza, where they come from. The theory is that when Alexander the Great from Macedonia, when he defeated Darius of Persia, he loved the Persian culture, the woman, Persian women are beautiful, man. They're fucking beautiful, dude. And he wanted to be, he wanted to just settle there, settle there. That's the word I want to use. He wanted to settle there. And what happens is that apparently his generals were like, "What the fuck, dude? This guy he wants to settle down with a woman from Persia, and that's it." So probably they had a coup. So Alexander had a coup from his generals. And you know what happened. I mean, he is the fucking king. So he then realizes, and he comes to know that there's some generals who are against him. Where the fuck it is. And you know what happens? He's Alexander. He's gonna fucking kill them all. He's gonna fucking kill them all, dude. And so what happens to them is that they want to run away, dude. They ran away like they saw the death behind them. That's how they ran away. So they ran away. They fucking ran away to the east, and then they came up with this mountain area called Hunza, Ganesh. It's called Ganesh, where they had the Buddhist. Ganesh is an Indian fucking god, and so they came upon Ganesh. So these Eastern European soldiers, they came upon this, and then you know what they did? They fucking killed all the men, took all the wives, and that's my people. That's called Hunza. That's what they did. But that's like 2,000 years ago. That's like fucking 2,000 years ago, dude. Um, I don't want to go on and on about this, but yeah, that's my people. We have the Eastern European heritage, and I don't want to say that I'm proud of it, but I relate to that on many levels. I relate to that on many levels. Yeah, so that's my ancestry. That's my ancestry. To the tribe we have actually, yeah, wow, to. Although our ancestors actually did come from the north, Tajikistan, Afghan border. We came like 200 years ago from Tajikistan, or one of those fucking towns. To tell you the truth, to tell you the fucking truth, is that our grandfather came like 200 years ago. Probably he was a rich shoemaker, you know. He was a rich shoemaker. He was a rich shoemaker, and some shit happened fucking up there, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. But some shit happened up there, and then he moved down. Actually, he moved down to where he actually met a he made a fucking deal with the locals. You know, he made a fucking deal with the fucking locals. And that's my ancestors. And from Tajikistan, where the fuck it is. With that said, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and well, maybe not. Maybe you're not enjoying this, but I'm just telling you what the fuck, dude. You know, life teaches a lot of things, and I think that that makes me think that life is a journey. Life is a journey. You have to move on and on and on. You know. What else? What else? I want to talk about one more thing. Hyperloop. I think I talked about the Hyperloop. I think the congestion, the city congestion. You know, fucking dude. If you're driving in New York City, dude, it's the worst. It's the fucking worst, dude. Why do I not want to talk about the subway? Because subway is the worst. Dude, subway is the worst. Subway is the worst. Look, if you like, okay, let me tell you this. On a very truthful way. Subway, if you go to any subway stations, right, they're very filthy. There's no fucking electricity. Not electricity, but air conditioning. There's no air conditioning. There's no, like, so fucking hot down there or cold. But if you go to, like, someplace like Long Island, or Railroad or New Jersey, it's all fucking air conditioned, you know what the fuck it is. So my point is that the city's subway is very primitive. Somebody has to take a fucking action, dude. Somebody has to take a fucking action. And you know, somebody has to, you know, upgrade it, fucking grade it, dude. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? I feel like I'm in like a primitive state when I take the subway, and it's the fucking truth. The fucking truth. What else do I want to talk about? Well, I think that's it. That's it, man. I appreciate your love and your support and everything else from my sister, and she is recovering. She's recovering, man. So enjoy your night. Enjoy your night. Whatever you're doing, whatever the fuck you're doing, whether you're out, whether you're in, out again, in again, what the fuck it is, dude. You know what I mean? And with that, I'm going to just relax. Okay, kids? Love you all.